Uh, Hang on, I want to get my, whoop. Email.
God bless America.
For what?
Am I gone again?
No, you're here.
I can hear you.
I can hear you, can't see you.
Yeah. Ugh, Jesus.
Uh,
Oh, I hit.
I can't seem to get the agenda, but that's all right. Let's start the meeting, okay? You'll have to help me with the agenda.
Oh,
Okay, let's start. Okay,
Call to order.
call the meeting to order, yes. That, let's see, what time is it? 7:03. And what's the first item on the agenda?
Audience and citizens.
Okay, do we
Uh,
have an audience?
do you need us to bring it up? Hi, Frank.
Is Isabel with us?
I am.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So I can, let me see. I'm trying to pull it up myself to put it
Yeah,
up.
I was
Okay.
just trying to pull it up too. Ah, where is it?
I think I've got it right here.
I got the,
Okay.
well, maybe,
Okay, that's good. I think, yeah.
Thank you, Isabel.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
good, okay. Very good. Okay, so we, don't have any alternates, so we don't have to worry about that. Are there any changes in order of the, in the order of the agenda? I noticed that, there was some additions
Yes,
sent out later.
we had 3 new applications. Those did all make it onto the agenda. I do have one addition though, which is some correspondence that I forwarded to everyone from the town of Coventry.
Okay.
Oh, God bless
Um,
America. That.
Okay, so let's go to item number 6, new business, IWWC 245-06, the application of Glenn Stevens to install a retaining wall and patio at 27 Sleepy Hollow Road. Want to give us a idea of what's going on there, Isabel?
Yes, actually, I can pull the application up
Okay,
here.
great.
So, Glenn isn't with us tonight, but it is for a retaining wall within the yard itself, just to even out the grade, and then a patio over at 27 Sleepy Hollow Road. We do have, I believe, just kind of a brief description. The lot essentially is somewhat uneven, and so they'd like to level it off by building a retaining wall that's about 2 feet in height at the highest point, and kind of, as they describe it, actually kidney bean shaped, about 85 feet long, just to bring up the grade within the slope. And then they'd also like to create a roughly 500 square foot paver patio with some steps going down to it from the retaining wall. And then they are planning to do some additional landscaping as a part of the nutrient allocation plan, which we're still, I believe, working out. I haven't had a chance to speak with our zoning enforcement officer about it yet, so I will be doing that later this week. Just to confer, I know we've both been out to the site itself. But this patio itself would be fairly close to the lake, and so I think it's something that needs to be viewed by the commission. There are a number of lots that have patios this close. I think more recently, when we've seen them, they've been made with either permeable pavers themselves or permeable joint compound, which is something that I did speak with the homeowner about. So that may be one of the ways that it's handled through the nutrient allocation plan. And let me see. I believe this is an overview of the lot itself, so you can see in this area here, roughly right behind that septic area is where the retaining wall would go. So I think that this is something that may be worth the commission looking at in person, with a site walk.
Okay, we'll talk about a site walk after we get through some of these other applications.
Okay.
Okay, what's the next item? Item 6.2, IWWC 2425-07, the application of James Blair to rebuild a lake wall, dock, and septic system at 15 Sleepy Hollow Road. Want to give us some background on that, Isabel?
Yes. So 15 Sleepy Hollow Road is the Vining property. Let me see. And Jim is using really his standard method of wall construction. The existing wall right now is actually concrete. And then I believe they're using their stacked tight field stone that they have been Jim has been using on the last several walls that he's done. Let me see. I think that this is something the commission will like to see in person, but it's fairly standard as far as his process itself goes. And then he included in his application several existing points of the wall to re-identify that face of the wall and the dock itself. And that's his site plan there as well.
Okay,
I'm not sure if this one's gone to LMAC yet.
We've
know-
oh, go ahead,
Sorry,
Isabel.
but I know that, and we'll talk about it more, the other application for a lake wall
Mhm.
was tabled by LMAC, so I wasn't sure. Mary, has LMAC met this month or do they meet tomorrow?
LMAC met last Wednesday,
Okay,
and I can update you on the old business 45 Sleepy Hollow. We do have an application for this, but we also will have to do a site visit. I kayaked over and took some pictures the other day, and I think the wall is standard. LMAC is very pleased to see a new septic system, but I believe that's more of a wetlands issue than it would be an LMAC issue.
Mhm.
And there might be one question on the stairs, which currently are located in the lake on the lake bed. And our guidelines would suggest that they would have to be back into their property. But LMAC won't review this till November, so we will also do a site visit.
okay. And so if the commission does a site visit, then we will make
Yeah,
sure
we'll try to get
LMAC.
Jim and Rob and myself.
Okay.
okay, so we can probably set up a site walk for this one too, right?
Mhm.
Now, do we have to accept the applications tonight? I should have asked that. To get a motion to accept the first one and the second application.
Motion?
Yeah,
Okay, motion to accept?
okay, second,
I'll second it.
Second,
all in favor of the first two being accepted, say aye.
Aye.
aye,
Okay, so moved. All right, 6.3 is the IWWC 2425-08, application of a jurisdictional ruling of Mike Lester in Columbia, the Columbia Volunteer Fire Department to install a dry hydrant at 31 Latham Hill Road. A little background on that.
Sure. So this is an application for jurisdictional ruling, which we've done before in the past for other dry hydrants or timber harvest operations. I do have a statement prepared if everyone's comfortable with the information we received tonight related to making a motion for that jurisdictional ruling. And then Mike Lester, the fire marshal for Columbia, is here tonight as well to describe the application. So Mike, I'll let you kick things off and then I can share that section of our regulations that deals with dry hydrants and the language that I have prepared. Thank you, maybe.
Good evening, everyone.
Right. Mm,
We're just looking to expand our water supplies in the town, and down by the 10-mile river down there's a good pool of water on the I guess it would be the north side of Latham Hill Road, and we're just looking to put a 6-inch pipe with a strainer into the river, and then there'll be a hydrant end on the up by the street. You see that little line that I drew there? That's basically the path of the pipe. We have a contractor do it, and fire department pays for the pays for the contractor, and we utilize it for training and or emergency situations.
Okay. Any questions?
You're here.
Oh,
Safer the better.
Okay, looks good, yeah, I know
Right.
just where this is, yeah.
So we need a motion to accept the application.
I'll make that motion.
Okay,
Second,
all in favor?
Aye.
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 I don't think we need a site walk for that, do we, Isabel? You're handling it pretty much on your own, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's really necessary in this instance. This is actually something that the commission as a jurisdictional ruling can act on tonight. So really, I think the most relevant information is this section from our regulations under section 4. Actually it's 4.2 C. So the following uses and operations shall be permitted as non-regulated uses in wetlands and watercourses, provided they do not disturb the natural and indigenous character of the wetland or watercourse by removal or deposition of material, alteration, or obstruction of flow or pollution of the wetland. And item C, as discussed, is the installation of a dry hydrant by or under the authority of municipal fire department, provided such hydrant is used only for the firefighting purposes and there is no alternative access to a public water supply. For the purposes of the section, dry hydrant means a non-pressurized pipe system that is readily accessible to the fire department from a proximate public road, provides the withdrawal of water by suction to such fire department apparatus, and it is permanently installed into an existing lake, pond, or stream that is a dependable source of water. So let me see. I can just provide an overview. I think that all of those criteria are met for this application. In which case, I think that the commission can rule that this is a non-regulated activity. So this is the area itself that Mike was talking about, and then I believe it's right here in the northeast corner of the lot on Latham Hill, kind of right on the town line, right, Mike?
Okay.
Yeah, it's right on town line.
I have a question, I know that, we haven't had much rain lately and there's several ponds, like, I know there's one on the street next to me on Homestead. Is that pond okay, for water, or is it kind of empty? And how many other areas like that are empty because of the drought we've been having?
I'm not sure of the particular pond on Homestead Lane in regards, when that was installed, they only used a 4-inch pipe to access the pond, and it really isn't large enough to get a good flow of water out of.
Okay,
So it's pretty much not that good. We have the beach hydrant down at the beach, and we also have the one at Ardonai Road, which those are very good. Those are both very good sources of water in case of a fire. We found that ponds are very difficult to continue to use and keep the upkeep on them because of the vegetation that grows and the trees that grow around the edges, and it's just standing water. It's not as good as the brooks and the lake. So we're trying to utilize the brooks around town to try, and the streams and rivers to try to get good water supplies for the fire department. Recently, we put a dry hydrant in on Woodward Road. I guess it's Parker Bridge technically, down at the river. It goes onto the Coventry side because the river was deeper on that side. So we worked with the Coventry Fire Department and the Coventry Wetlands Commission, and that was installed. We did have an application before you for the, for Flanders Road. It's on the state property. We're gonna abandon that project because the state, is just, asking for a lot of information and they wanted it, they sat on it for 6 months and they gave me, about 5 days to give them all the information that they needed so they could act on it. So again, we're gonna be working with the Coventry Fire Department and the Coventry, Wetlands Commission, and we're gonna put the hydrant on the, property recently purchased, by, Steve Harrington on the Coventry side, to utilize the river down there. And this is the next project that we're going to try to get taken care of.
This particular one on Latham Hill Road, I happened to drive by there, I guess it was yesterday. And it looked like there was still quite a bit of water in the stream, and I know there used to be a beaver dam downstream that would help to keep the water at a
There,
deep
there
level.
is a good pool of water.
Yeah.
Like I'm calling on the north side of the bridge there.
Right,
It's
correct.
probably 6-8 feet deep, and that would be a very good water source for us. Not very good as far as the location of it because of access with the apparatus, but we can definitely utilize it in that area because we don't have a lot of water in that area at all.
John?
Yes.
Generally speaking, to your question of drought conditions, there's an actual drought monitor map that we at LMAC look at, and maybe once a month. And as of now, the state of Connecticut is not in any drought condition. We are in abnormally dry condition, which
Okay.
is one step above before any perceived drought.
Right.
And that's probably about 2/3 of the state. I think Western Connecticut is still pretty wet.
Mhm. Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, thank you. Okay, do we have a motion to accept then this application and
I'll make a motion, John.
all right,
Second,
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, so moved.
And so unless any more information is needed, this is, as I said, something that the commission can act on tonight, so I do have language prepared. Or it can
let's
be,
go for it.
Oh, yeah, let's hear it.
so it'd be a motion that the proposed activity is qualified under section 4.2C of the commission's regulations and is a non-regulated use, not a regulated activity requiring a wetlands permit. Applicant Mike Lester, Columbia Volunteer Fire Department at 39 Latham Hill Road, Columbia, Connecticut. Owner Brian and Leah Bailey.
Okay, very good.
Second,
39.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Thank you, Isabel. Okay.
So,
can I s-
excuse me, so we can move forward with this now? Is that
Yes.
okay?
All
I
right.
appreciate it. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much
You
for
have
your,
a good
for your
night,
time
Mike.
and considerations. Thank you.
Thank you for your safety.
No
All
problem.
right.
Good night.
do you have the agenda?
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So under old business, IWWC 2425-04, the application of James Blair to rebuild the lake wall and replace the
This is my error. I apologize.
okay.
What's this? Yeah,
Replace the dock at let's see. I believe it was 45 Sleepy Hollow.
45 Sleepy Hollow.
Thank you.
45. Okay.
This should be his application here. Sorry, Mary, I'll let you. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's okay. I'd like to suggest a motion for wetlands to consider. LMAC reviewed the application and we had a motion and tabled the application. There are 3 areas that need to be finalized with the Mr. Blair and the property owner before LMAC will approve. And we believe wetlands should be joining us in terms of the site of exactly where the wall should be placed. Changes to the dock that as a grandfather dock is typically not considered, and the size and opening of a space that they're saying is 13 feet. And again, our standard guidelines are no opening more than 4 feet. So we have to resolve those three issues. LMAC tabled. I suggest wetlands not approve any applications until we have final changes approved by both the property owner and LMAC. We're trying to work together to make this obviously a win-win for everybody.
Okay, very good.
I'll make a motion that we table it.
Okay. We have a second on that?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Okay. So we'll
Okay.
hold off on that until next time.
So that'll be November 4th, and then LMAC will vote. Let's see, I think
Okay,
November
okay.
6th. So if we
Ooh.
can
Hmm.
revised plans from our applicant, maybe, does LMAC have any special meetings, or is the subcommittee still acting on things?
Yeah, the subcommittee is acting on this. Let
Okay.
me meet with the subcommittee. And I think if we can, come to reasonable conclusions. It was very hard because we weren't on site and people just didn't have a feel for what was going on. So let's see if we can do that. If not, LMAC will not, unless we have a special meeting, do anything until Wednesday, November 6th.
Okay. All right, so I will have an update for everyone. If we get new plans, I'll provide them to the commission.
Very good.
Thanks.
Okay, let's see. Item 7.2, the application of Frank Gifford for an addition and shed at what is it, where is that?
16
I think,
Erdoney.
yeah, I was gonna say that's,
Okay,
Yep, so both
you
of
go.
those
at
were
16, okay, 16 Aridoni Road.
yes, both of those unfortunately fell victim to my
No problem.
technical difficulty. But I
You
do have
need,
the application
you need
here.
my 8-year-old grandson.
There you go,
I
right.
do. I've aged out of the technical
Oh.
capabilities, which is definitely scary. But our applicant, Frank, is here tonight. We had a site walk back in September to look at the location itself. And there's as mentioned in the actual application form, there's a proposed addition and shed location here.
Who's long?
And so the shed as proposed is, let me see, about 65 feet from the lake at the closest point. That's about the limits of disturbance itself. And then the addition is another 70, almost 75 feet. It'll be partially over ledge, so it won't be a full foundation. And that will also kind of limit excavation and site disturbance as well, which is beneficial.
Okay,
I did not attend the site walk, but I looked at the property on my own and I determined that there's plenty of room for both the shed and the addition.
okay. So, do we have a motion to approve the
Yes, I do have language prepared here
all right, good.
for an approval with conditions. For 16 Erdoney Road to build an addition and add a shed within the review area of Columbia Lake. Much of these are our standard conditions. The Wetlands Commission is to be notified 48 hours before the commencement of any part of the activity approved above. The granting of this permit does not relieve the applicant from obtaining additional permits. The duration of this permit is for 2 years unless extended by this agency, and shall expire upon the completion of the activity approved herein. The commission can actually grant the approval itself for anywhere between 2 to 5 years. So if that doesn't sound like enough time to complete the project, we can extend that tonight as well, up to 5 years. All activities for the prevention of soil erosion, such as installation of silt fence or other necessary and required materials, shall be under the direct supervision of an engineer or at the discretion of the wetlands agent, the homeowner or contractor who will employ best management practices consistent with the terms of this permit. Area will be regraded and stabilized with straw prior to any forecasted rain events, and existing sediment and erosion controls will be monitored prior to and after any forecasted rain events greater than 3/4 of an inch. And the applicant, Frank Gifford, is assigned the responsibility for implementing the sediment and erosion control plan. The responsibility includes the installation and maintenance of control measures, informing all parties of the construction site of the requirements and objectives of the plan, and notifying the commission office of any transfer of responsibility.
Okay, very good. So do we have a motion to approve this?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, second,
I'll second.
all in favor, raise your hand.
Aye.
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 So moved. Okay.
And got the
All
agenda
right,
back
so
on the
now
screen
we-
for the minutes.
Approval of the meeting minutes, regular meeting minutes of August 5th, 2024, a motion to approve them.
I'll make a
Have you
motion.
Get a chance to read them? Okay,
I'll second.
all in favor, raise your hand.
Aye.
So moved. The special site walk minutes of August 13th, 2024, need a motion to approve that.
I move to approve.
Second.
All in favor, raise your hands.
Aye.
Aye.
So moved. And the regular meeting minutes of September 5th,
Don't
2024.
remember September.
Motion to approve those.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, second,
I'll
Second.
second.
all in favor, raise your
Aye.
hand.
Aye.
So moved. It's unanimous. And the special site walk minutes of September 16th, 2024. Motion to approve them.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, second.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor, raise your hand.
Aye.
So moved, unanimous. Okay. Do we have any audience of citizens here tonight that would like to say anything? Okay. Any commission open discussion?
I have one comment for the minutes so that we're all updated.
Oh, okay.
I think, Isabel, you're aware of this. LMAC had denied, and we didn't recognize until after the fact, two LMAC permit applications at 17 Sleepy Hollow for Mr. Michael Dobush.
Yes.
I'm not sure Mr. Dobush ever applied for a wetlands permit. Because there was some confusion in last March of 2024, Mr. Dobush thought he could move forward and place concrete slabs and brick on the town lake bed. We had a site visit with Mr. Dobush. We went back and looked at the chronology. There was clear confusion in LMAC minutes, so we take some responsibility. But to cut to the chase, the bottom line is Mr. Dobush will be removing any materials, concrete slabs and brickway, and he was with us with his sister on the site visit because we will not allow construction on the lake bed.
Mm.
In addition, we spoke with Mr. Dobush, and this now becomes a wetlands issue about, and Isabel, I think you'll remember this, a few years back, upgrading and revitalizing the swale that goes from Sleepy Hollow Road down into the lake on his property. Mr. Dobush has finally decided that he probably needs to do that. And that requires digging out and placing new stones in for that swale to capture water before it gets into the lake. That will require, and we told him a wetlands permit, but his question, Isabel, was, I do have a wetlands permit to fix that. How long is that permit? And do I still have time to fix it without putting a new wetlands permit in? So I think we need to respond to Mr. Dobush, and Isabel, you probably could do this administratively.
Oh, absolutely.
That he has, so much time left, or we can extend that. It would certainly be helpful to the lake if he would repair that swale.
Mhm.
Yes, agreed. And that was, I remember that, I do recall that application. I recall that that was a part of the application
Mhm.
at the time that the patio itself and the work closest to the lake was being approved. I will double check the timeline for that extension or that permit itself. It may have been 2 years. So I will see if it's still valid. If it is not still valid, it may need a new permit. I will look into that because they can be extended up to 5 years. So I'll verify that, and
Okay.
if I can handle it administratively, I will do that. And if not, then I'll get an application to the Wetlands Commission. I believe we should be able to get something by our next meeting.
Okay.
Terrific.
Very
Thank you.
Very good. Any administrative reports? You got 2 of them listed here.
Yes, so I did issue 2 administrative approvals, one for the Kia dealership at 364 Route 6. They are making some improvements to the site itself that are
Oh.
required by Kia, including an addition, and there will be some paving within the upland review area at that location. I saw no potential impact to the adjacent wetlands on site with that repaving. So I approved that administratively, and then also I approved another application modification at 21 Upper Woodland Terrace. So there's a bit of a history on that one. I did administratively approve an addition, which was in the review area on the other side of the home. And then in the process of building that garage addition, they found that the house itself, the foundation of it was crumbling. And so they applied for a modification to their approval to move that to new construction for the home. And now again, in the process, they found that they need to provide a new septic system. So it'll be in the same location as the existing septic. The limits of disturbance are no closer to the lake. So I approved some site plan changes to allow that as well. Again, I feel that there's no impact or potential impact for the adjacent wetlands or the lake at this location. Specifically given just the topography there and the lack of slope between the house and the lake itself. So I approved that administratively as well.
Isabel, is this current septic system in front of the house towards the lake? I'm just trying to
Yes.
visualize that.
It's
Okay.
between the house and the lake. If you've been by it recently, there's been silt fence up, and so it's behind the silt fence, behind the limits of
Okay.
disturbance that has already been dug up between the house and the lake.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions?
I have, let me see, one more thing. I think, John, you had mentioned
Coventry, right?
site walks for the 2 new applications.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Okay.
I have a quick question for Tip.
Yes.
Tip, you were going to call someone at Deep to see if permits were required for removing native plants. Did you ever get a response?
No, and I came to the conclusion, which you had pointed out, that there's actually only one member now of the Inland Wetlands agency, DEP agency, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so, yeah, and they never call me back.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah. Do we have something, a notice of certain work in Coventry?
Oh,
Is-
yes. Thank you
Yeah.
for bringing that up.
Okay,
I added that under communications and correspondence, but I can show it here on the screen as well. So the application was received by Coventry Inland Wetlands Commission. It's for a 3-lot subdivision on an existing 10-acre parcel at 344 Kings Road, which is abutting the Hop River. Let me see.
Hmm,
and it's opposite, Maine, was it Moose on Main or Maine on Moose or whatever?
Yes, yeah, the main moose is
Maine Moose, right, yeah,
it's
opposite.
across the river from,
right, yes.
Mm.
okay.
So I don't know how well this shows up for everybody. But it is included with the second meeting packet that I sent out. For this is the site itself, and then
Right.
it's Kings Road. That's the Hop River right there as well.
What is it, a 3-lot subdivision?
Yes, yeah, it's a 10-acre
Okay.
parcel that's going to be a three lots.
Okay,
And so there are proposed house locations and test pits for septic. This is the limits.
So why are we,
Limits of
this
the
is,
wetland buffer.
this is Coventry, so why are we? Just to
So
help,
any application within 500 feet of the town line
Ah.
has to be sent to the abutting towns committees. So you're just receiving it as correspondence, really. If you
Cool.
have a specific concern for the development, for example, then you could issue a statement.
Mm.
I haven't had a chance to read it, but who's doing the subdivision?
Let me see.
who's the applicant?
Juan Daniel Hernandez is the
Oh, yeah, I heard that, I saw that.
owner, and then Giuliano Land Surveying prepared the maps.
Hmm,
How big are the lots roughly?
Let me see. I think the largest one. Actually turning my computer to try to see if it
Yeah,
see
how
what
many
the lot size is there.
Doesn't look like they're very big, but.
there must be a couple
Yeah.
acres each if it's 10 acres total.
Yes, yeah,
Oh,
lot
okay,
2
so-
itself is 2.7 acres, lot 3
Yeah.
is
Oh, all right,
2.6,
plenty large, yeah.
and lot 1 is 2.8. So they're all almost 2.5 to 3 acres.
Yeah,
Very-
okay.
So that was our correspondence.
Okay, so time to set up two site walks, I guess. Let's see, I am tied up tomorrow.
Oh, God, don't do tomorrow. Birthday, sorry.
How about,
Better half's birthday.
is a weekend a better time for everybody or?
Not for me,
Yeah, I can't do
Weekday?
Saturdays.
not for me, Sam.
Yeah. Mornings,
Uh,
definitely,
what about
mornings.
in the morning on a weekend, maybe the 19th?
Can't do it.
Is that a Saturday?
That's a
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah, I can't do Saturday mornings.
Can't do Saturday morning.
So we're doing Erdoney and Erdoney, they're relatively close, right?
Yeah,
Those,
right. So it shouldn't
those,
take too long. So 9 o'clock, okay, on the 19th?
No,
No.
Ah, you got
Oh,
people not.
okay, sorry.
yeah, I have to travel
How
that
about
day.
like
but-
5:30 on a weekday?
yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
you prefer a weeknight?
yes,
Let's do it on,
Around 4:30 or 5, it's getting darker quicker.
Yeah, it's dark
Yeah.
about 6:30 now, or
Yeah.
6:45.
5 o'clock on the 18th.
On
Make that?
a Friday?
yeah, it's a Friday. I can't make it.
Oh, you can't make it on.
Sorry.
Thursday, 17th?
Yep,
Yep,
That's
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, let's do it on 17th at 5 o'clock.
good.
All
Okay,
right.
okay. And I'll see if we can get LMAC there,
Fantastic.
good.
besides myself.
Okay, I'll put it on my calendar. 5 o'clock.
You said that was
what are-
the 17th?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
17th.
So
On the
15 and 27 are Donny.
15 and
15,
27, okay.
27.
Oh, Isabel,
Yes.
I had a question about two for sale, one for sale, 1.74 acre lot across the street on Erdoney Road from the lake.
Mhm.
Do you know if that's a buildable lot? Because
So-
John Valenti did something.
I did look, I have to get.
And
to
if you
talk
want to
with
do this,
the
if this
clerk's
isn't,
office.
yeah, if this isn't wetlands business, you can do it off, but I thought it might be wetlands business.
Yeah, I think that if something's proposed, it will be definitely.
Okay,
It looks like it was approved as part of a subdivision and it may be a buildable lot. I just haven't been able to, I have a hard time getting into the clerk's vault.
you and me
hours-wise.
both.
I meant to do it last week, so I have to take a look at that or to see, you could speak with the zoning enforcement officer as well. To see if they were able to track down anything. I looked in our wetlands files and I wasn't able to find anything related to that lot. As to whether or not it would be approved as a building lot, but it may have been.
Did you receive the information I sent you from John Valenti when he reviewed those lots? There's two, one right next to each other, owned by the same family.
Oh, no, I received, I got a text from you about it.
Okay, I will resend you the email. John Valenti did do a site visit.
Oh, good.
And made
Okay,
some
yeah,
notes.
It does look like there are certainly wetlands,
Yeah,
significant wetlands on the site. So I think that, knowing that they're up for sale, it may be an application that comes to the commission if somebody buys it to put a house there.
correct. Okay,
You mentioned John Valenti. For some reason, I was thinking about him today. Is he doing
Hmm.
okay as far as we know?
Yes, yeah, he's doing really well.
Over there
Awesome.
in Chaplin.
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah, he's
Good.
over enjoying his retirement as far as I know.
Good.
Got a
Okay,
big
good.
barn for all of his equipment and doing lots of traveling.
Oh, good.
For him.
I think I just might text him to give him a little agita.
I think he would love it. I spoke to him maybe about a month ago or so, and he says he told me he thought he would miss the work more than anything, but he really found he missed the people.
Oh, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Well, we miss him too. That's nice.
Oh, great guy, yep.
Yep, awesome.
He's still living over there in Chaplin, right?
Yes, yeah, he's actually he's maybe in Dayville.
Oh, Dayville.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
It's up
Believe
near
so.
Killing.
Yes, yeah, in Killingly.
And
Yeah.
Killing- Oh, okay. He had a place
Cool.
in Chaplin, but okay.
Yeah. Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Oh, sorry, I would
No.
like to bring up one more thing.
Okay,
Oops.
sorry.
I think Jim Blair may be in the chat, I'm not sure. And Jim, if you were able to make it, it looks like there's an iPhone in there. I'm not sure if you are able to
Oh,
hear
yeah.
us or not. But I did just want to give you the chance to say hi and update you because I think
Hello.
hi. I think you got on a little bit after we discussed the application.
Yep.
Over on Sleepy Hollow. Sorry, my dog is in the background. Over on Erdoney Road. So we scheduled a site walk for Sleepy Hollow and then Erdoney Road, just based on what's going on with LMAC. The commission made a motion to postpone action tonight. And so as you're working with LMAC in any revisions to the plans, we'll go to the Wetlands Commission as well, and then we'll revisit it in November, on, let me see, on the 4th.
Okay.
That's 45 Sleepy Hollow, Isabel, not Erdoney.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that
Ah,
I really did a good job with the agenda.
And the,
you did awesome.
Okay.
and the site walk for 15 Sleepy Hollow is on the 17th at what
Five.
time did you say? 4:30?
5.
Five.
5.
5 o'clock.
5
5 p.m.
p.m.
Yep.
All right.
Awesome.
Anything else? anybody wants to bring up? If not, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Okay, Mary, and seconded by
Second,
Second.
John.
Yes.
John. Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
good night.
All in favor?
Thank you.
Aye.
Have a
Hasta
good
la
night.
vista.
So